check. Mic check. This is mic check. And welcome, Lakeland Hawks football fans. I'm Ben Ryan, coming at you here with Liam Bradford. We're coming with another edition of Friday Night Football. We got the home Lakeland Hawks facing up here against the West Valley Eagles coming in from Spokane. Liam, a lot of hype coming into this Lakeland Hawks team. Started out the year 3-0. How are you feeling coming into the week?
Yeah, I mean, last week seeing Lakeland pull off the win against another GSL opponent in Pullman Greyhounds, I really think we saw the potential that this team has. And, as we've mentioned time and time again, this team is replacing a lot of experienced football players with younger guys, a lot of underclassmen on this team, a lot of juniors, not a lot of seniors, especially here on senior night. We only see, I think there's 6 or 7 seniors on this team. But, what we heard from Coach Schroeder before the game is that this is a much deeper team than the Hawks had last year. And I think that's going to play a big factor in this one. And I'm pretty confident that the Hawks are going to take this one 28-13.
28-13. Hey, that's a valid scoring prediction. Yeah, like you said, Liam, really excited for today. the Hawks offense really started popping for the first time all year in the second half of that last week game against Pullman, so I'm really excited to see what they do. I will also take the home team, Lakeland Hawks, and I got them winning this one. I got them 35-13. I got a blowout here for the home team.
Okay.
But yeah, just excited to kick off this game. Another Friday night, Liam. Here we are again.
Yeah.
Week 3. Super excited to get started. Big news for the Hawks. Kicker Owen Forsman, who was out last week with an ankle injury. I talked to Owen a little bit earlier this week. He usually plays both kicker and linebacker. This week it looks like he's only going to be kicking for the Hawks, but they do have the leg of Owen Forsman back, which is big news for the Hawks. Peyton Hillman, backup kicker, really stepped up last week, knocked through some PATs, but it'll be great to have Owen's range again out there on the field, Real.
Yeah, absolutely. Owen's a huge playmaker for this team. It's great to have this back. And as you mentioned, a big improvement for the Hawks, big improvement for Hello Hawks broadcast as well. We finally got our audio working, so no audio issues this week. But we also got a few other games around the Inland Empire this week. And we're going to give our picks on those games as well. So we see that Post Falls is taking on the Sunnyside Grizzlies. Who do you have in that one, Ben?
I am going to take Post Falls. They've traveled really well over the years against teams like Sunnyside. Sunnyside didn't look great in their opening game one. And yeah, Post Falls is obviously just really strong. They got tons of weapons on offense and on defense, so I'm taking Post Falls in that one. And I got them taking it 28-13.
Yeah, Post Falls has been absolutely showing out so far this year. Alex Shields having a standout year. He's already got 6 touchdowns and he's averaging 115 yards a game. They're a team to watch to repeat.
Absolutely.
In the 5A Inland Empire League. So yeah, I have Post Falls winning that game. We'll go 28-7. And then the Lewiston Bengals are 0-2, looking to bounce back. They play the Clarkston Bantams this week. Who do you have in that one?
I am going to take Lewiston. I know they've started this year kind of rough, 0-2, and Clarkston is coming off of that win against Moscow. But I think this is a game where Lewiston finds their legs, holds their own, and I got them taking that. I got Lewiston winning 35-27.
Yeah, I don't know too much about the Lewiston team, but I am confident that they're going to bounce back. I don't think they'll start off 0-3, so I think Lewiston's going to take that game 27-14. And then we also have Moscow and Pullman, league rival and team we beat last week.
Yeah, so that Moscow-Pullman game, obviously we got to look at Pullman, last week here at Corbett Field against the Hawks. And obviously Lakeland was able to come away with a 21-point victory. However, we did see flashes from that Pullman offense. Champ Pawaki had himself a day.
Yeah, he did.
Quarterback there for Pullman had himself a heck of a day. I got them beating Moscow. Good, 28-6.
Wow, that's interesting. I think Moscow's actually got a pretty good program this year as the Hawks make a good stop on the opening kickoff. And I think that the Moscow Bears are going to take this game 28-24. And the last game of the week is between Lake City and the Emmett Huskies.
That one's a tough one. Obviously don't know a ton about 4A Emmett coming down from the south. I do know they have a heck of a program. And Lake City, obviously they're building into that program with a new head coach, starting to find their legs in this season, 1-1 right now. We were able to see them earlier this year against the Lakeland Hawks. I am going to pick Emmett in that one, though, and I'm going to say 28-20.
Okay, I'm also going to take Emmett in that game. Lake City had a great game last week, but I don't think that they're going to win 2 straight, as we see a helmet come off on the first play. That was number 5, Austin Clark. So, we're each 6-2 to start off the year, pretty respectable, but we actually picked differently for the first time this week, so we'll check back in next game and see how our records are then. But now it's time for the Inland Empire Game of the Week. We got the Lakeland Hawks, the second ranked team in the power rankings in the Inland Empire, taking on West Valley from the Great Spokane League, GSL. So we got an interesting matchup here between the 3-0 Hawks and the West Valley Eagles, 0-1 coming into this one, just their second game, and it's our 4th.
Here's Turley on a designed quarterback run. He gets hammered there.
Nice tackle by Dylan Scott. The first down picked up by West Valley. And, just a nice little keeper there from the quarterback. But, I think, what do you think of the Lakeland's got to do to come out victorious in this game?
I think that once again they've got to keep up their offense. Obviously, last week in the second half against Pullman, they started just rattling off touchdowns. So they keep that going, mix up that pass game, run game. Quarterback Jace Taylor was finally able to find his targets through the air. So if they can keep that going, that'd be great. Obviously, the Hawks defense has been huge for them this year. Super gritty front line, tough secondary. So I think that obviously you got to score more points than the other team, but I think they got to be able to rely on this defense, which they have been able to here for their first three games.
Yeah, I think Lakeland's played really good football so far, exceeding expectations through the first 3 weeks, but they do have a challenge here in this game. But, talking to West Valley head coach Craig Whitney before the game, he told me it's a big deal coming out here with only one game under your belt against a team that's already, this is their fourth game of the year. And I didn't even really think about that. You'd think that these guys are a little bit more well rested since they've only played one game, but experience is a big deal, especially in high school football. And nice run there from Austin Clark. It's gonna move the chains again.
This West Valley team really starting to get into a groove, like you said, just their second game of the year. Already looking like a tough, well-rounded offense, though. Their quarterback, Ethan Turley, already showed his legs a little bit with the design quarterback run. And Austin Clark has banged out some tough runs here for them early. We'll see if the Hawks defense can start to tighten down those hatches and stop this West Valley offense from starting to march here in their first drive of the game. Yeah,
we'll see if those seniors on the field right now can step up on senior night. We actually do see Owen Forsman out there. Playing both sides as usual. We got Owen Forsman, Riley Sachs, Carter Scarcello, and Roan Riley all out playing on their senior night for this Hawks defense. What do you think this defense needs to do to have a good performance and hold West Valley?
I think they just need to keep playing the football they are. They've had obviously a really tough front line, and that's kind of been the staple of this defense so far throughout this season. So if they can just keep up that tough front line, it's Turley once again, and there you go, exactly what I'm showing. A nice early tackle there on the quarterback keeper. But yeah, I think that front seven is going to be a really big deal for the Hawks here in this game, as it has been for the last couple, keeping both runs, keep those short, and then just making sure the quarterback gets pressured on those pass attempts as well. So yeah, I think the front seven is going to be a really big deal here in this game.
Yeah, we saw that Lakeland did a really good job at stopping the run game at times last week, but we saw Pullman was able to kind of pass at will, as you mentioned, to Champ Milwaukee, who was just all over the field in that one, scored a 93-yard touchdown. As we have Turley airing the ball out here, picked up by Jace Taylor.
Great coverage there from Jace.
Taylor stretched out, nearly hauled in his third interception of the season.
Pretty big third down here coming up, 3rd and 8 here for the Eagles. They got to try to convert. If the Hawks defense is able to make a stop here, though, that'd be huge.
Yeah.
Stop this momentum that West Valley's kind of been building early and get this ball back.
Yeah, I think we got to look for the pass here, and I think it's almost certainly going to be a pass. The passing defense, as I mentioned, was a little bit shaky last week against Pullman, so we'll see how that secondary bounces back this week. We've got some dogs in that secondary: Ezra Benton, Jace Taylor, Roan Riley, guys that can.
Good pressure from the backside. Oh, he gets the pass off.
Dylan Scott with his second big hit of the game, but once again, his hit drags the defender just to the chains for the first down.
Great pressure off the edge there from Cash Lund for the Hawks, but Turley just able to stand in there, takes the hit, still gets the pass off, and converts that 3rd and 8 for the Eagles. Like we talked about, that was a really big third down there, converted now into Lakeland territory.
What a hit off the edge there by Lund. West Valley lost just by 7 points against Freeman last week, so they're looking to have a bounce back game here. And the handoff is going to Keenan Dunfield, who is tackled after a gain of around 5. And we see West Valley moving down the field pretty easily here. Coach Whitney said before the game that his team just had a lot of mental mistakes because they've got quite a few younger guys that don't have a lot of experience on varsity, and that they're looking to kind of just come into their own a little bit in this game and pull off the road upset. Turley takes a snap, play action, rolls right, and it is caught by Tate Legemeyer, who is forward for first down. Another first down for the Eagles, who are moving quite effortlessly here.
Yeah, and once again, you saw not only did he have Legemeyer down there, but he also had another guy deeper. Turley did. Luckily, he didn't hit him. Otherwise, the Hawks would have been hurt a little more. But that was 2 open guys there on that pass play. Like you talked about earlier, this Hawks secondary, they've really got to start tightening it up if they're going to start stopping this offense and future offenses in games to come, especially from high-powered 5A schools such as Post Falls and Coeur d'Alene.
Turley handing the ball off, and bouncing off the tackle is Austin Clark, who's shooting forward for the first down. Another big play for West Valley, down to the 20-yard line for the first down.
Great run there by Clark. Bounces off his first guy, keeps those legs going. He's able to pop off a 10-plus yard run, get this first down, bring these Eagles to the red zone. So now this Hawks defense, we're going to see if they we've seen them come into a couple of slumps in some games, so hopefully this won't be one of those, and they'll be able to tighten it up here before the Eagles find pay dirt.
Yeah, but can't lie, it was very entertaining to watch an offensive slugfest last week. And in the backfield, nowhere to go is Austin Clark. You can tell he's hard to tackle from just a few plays here so far that he's been given the ball, but, when you got 3 guys on you, it's pretty much impossible to do anything. He's brought down in the backfield for a 1-yard loss there.
Yeah, great pressure there brought by Carter Vanek, as well as Dylan Scott, I believe, was in there in the backfield. So yeah, hopefully they can start wrapping up Clark so he can't keep bouncing off these tackles. But we'll see. This is a pretty big next couple of downs here for the Hawks. See if they can tighten up here against West Valley.
Turley in the shotgun takes a snap, and he hands it off once again. And up the sideline, Keenan Dunfield taking it for a touchdown. Wow, a 21-yard touchdown run for Keenan Dunfield on the motion. What a nice play there as he just shot off the edge into the end zone.
And this Hawks defense just looks a little shell-shocked right now. They're not really getting much push. And especially on those sweeps, man, that end around was just completely open. Dunfield had a couple of blockers in front of him and just was able to take it to the house up that left sideline. Yeah. As this PAT gets booted through there.
A good job by quarterback Turley faking like he had it there. That's a big deal with the read option. Got to fake like you have the ball, and the Hawks defense did look a little lost, and Keenan Dunfield was, as you mentioned, uncontested heading into the end zone, and the Eagles take a 7-0 lead with 4:35 remaining in the first quarter. So the Hawks defense is going to take another punch, but we know they're going to get back up, come back out there, and we'll see what the offense can do here. Coach Schroeder mentioned that Lakeland didn't have a very good game last year against West Valley offensively. West Valley had a good game plan, came in here and stopped Thomas Calder and John Cornish to the best of their ability. And I asked him how he thinks or what he thinks that this offense needs to do to bounce back, and he said that they need need to kind of. He mentioned how they need to switch things up. With the plays they had last week with like trick plays, end arounds, sweeps. Doing different stuff with your wide receivers, getting creative with it. That's where this offense really thrives. We saw the double pass last week from Ron Riley to Ezra Benson. That's a great example of it. But also just having the quarterback in there that's a dual threat, keeping the defense on their toes, and he also mentioned spreading the ball out a little bit more. He says Jace Taylor's definitely getting to the point where he can start throwing it a little more and spreading out the field. And
shoot it! Ron Riley fumbles the football on the sideline. We'll see if it got out of bounds.
And that's recovered by West Valley as it appears.
Surely it got out. And Lakeland did fall on it.
What a great job by Ron Riley there to not allow West Valley to recover it after he fumbled on the kickoff. Could have been disastrous there for the Hawks. But instead they're going to kick off their first drive at the 26.
Yeah, huge bullet dodge there by the Hawks. Man, you go down 7-0, you get the ball back, you're hoping to get a drive, and that could have cost you big early on in this game. Luckily the Hawks are able to keep possession. This is a really key drive for our offense to see if we can hang with West Valley. Don't let them start pull away here this early in the game.
I have a feeling the Hawks have something interesting drawn up here, or it's just a run. Yeah, it's a run. Lovey Wow pushing forward, and another
helmet lost.
West Valley has 2 helmets lost so far in the first quarter, and a 3-yard gain there for Lovey Wow on his first carry. Lovey Wow, what an amazing game he had last week. Rushed for 223 yards and 3 touchdowns after he was the Inland Empire Player of the Week. I mean, where does he go from here?
Yeah, right. Lovey's already just had such a solid season. As you said, winning the Inland Empire Player of the Week recently, and then after that, putting up a 223-yard, 3-touchdown game last week against Pullman. He just had a heck of a season so far. I think he just keeps it up. I mean, he's been running really well. He's been hitting gaps hard, going through that first liner defense, usually getting to that secondary. And yeah, even if teams tighten up on him, as West Valley kind of did on his first rush early in the game, usually later on in the game as fatigue starts to set in, he usually starts popping off. So just really excited to see that, as Ezra Benson had himself a heck of a sweep there to get the first down for the Hawks.
I'd have to agree with you that he's just going to keep it up. He's got excellent stamina, and he's got good vision in the backfield. But we see, the Hawks offense, as I mentioned, mixing in those different runs. It's just almost impossible to know what's coming, as West Valley defense did a good job so far at stopping Lovey Wow, and their coach talked to us about how he was able to kind of shut down the Hawks offense a little bit last year, but they weren't able to come up with the win. I asked him what he thought that they would need to do to come out with the win in this one. If there was anyone particular on the Hawks they need to stop, and he said all of them. So I don't think he's overlooking anyone on our offense. He knows that we have a number of weapons and that we have a deep roster and we can pull anything out of our bag of tricks at any time, and they just have to be ready. And so far they've done a good job at defending the run, as they did against the Hawks last year. A 4-yard run there for Lovey Wow, but it's going to come up with 3rd and medium here.
Yeah, early 3rd and 7 here for the Hawks. It's a pretty big down. See if they can keep this drive alive. They're going to have to punt it away back to West Valley. Already down 7-0 with 2:23 and counting left in this first quarter. We'll see if they can convert on this one.
How they're going to have to get the passing game going a little bit more. You see Jace Taylor dropping back, firing that one to Ron Riley, and we see Riley just continue to contribute on both sides of the ball. He's really a team player, and he's one of the seniors that really helps his team keep chugging.
Yeah, great snag there by Roan. I love this play call here from Coach Schroeder. Roan just runs himself a great route, and Jace just gets the easy pitch and catch. I think that's where this Hawks passing offense is really starting to pop off. is where Jace Taylor just gets these nice, easy, screen in the flat passes is there. He just has to throw one away, gets intercepted. Luckily, it was out of bounds.
Very high IQ play there from Rowan Riley. Could have very well been an interception on the nice effort there by Levi Barham, the defensive back. But Rowan Riley pushed him out of bounds after he caught that ball. If he gets a foot down, that's an interception. So, I do agree that Jace Taylor's strong suit is these little quick passes where he looks to maybe 2-3 reads and then gets rid of it. And I think when he's getting rid of the ball as quickly as he can, that it's working out well for the Hawks. As we see it again here, throwing to Ezra Benson to the near side, picking up 9 yards.
And there it is again, another little pass in the flat, solid pickup for the Hawks as they just keep on marching right now. Brings up a pretty big 3rd and 2. Luckily 3rd and manageable here for the Hawks, but yeah, this passing game just keeps on going. And Jace luckily just has tons of weapons. Obviously, you've already seen him connect with Rome. There he connects with Ezra Benson on the left side. So look to see to get both of those guys going early on in this drive. As Lovey takes it up the right side and looks like he picks up the first down and more, keeps those legs turning. There is a flag in the backfield.
Lovey Wild just continues to run. West Valley thinks they have it, but I would say he's down.
This one might be coming back for the Hawks, which is such a heartbreak after picking up such a great run from Lovey there on 3rd and 2. And this will back them up, make this a much more difficult 3rd and 12 for the Hawks.
Yeah, and it's when you're a primarily run first offense, getting a 10-yard penalty like that, it may not seem like that big of a deal, but coming back for a 3rd and 12 here, it limits the play call options, and it's hard to run the ball on a 3rd and long every time and be successful against the the 5A schools that we have on our schedule down the line. So I think this passing game is really going to need to open up, and I think we saw a pretty big glimpse of that last week, and I think we're only going to continue to see that. We got a trick play. Lovey Wild's going to...
Oh, he doesn't get rid of it. Gets pummeled in the backfield by West Valley. They did a great job covering that one.
The trick plays are not paying off for the Hawks. We see Schroeder's pulling into that bag of tricks early in this one and keeping West Valley on their defense on their toes as well as they can, but not fooled are the Eagles, stopping the Hawks and knocking them out of field goal range, which is a hard thing to do on this side of the field.
Yeah, good stuff there from the West Valley defense. Those DBs, they didn't leave home. They stuck with Rowan Riley, who was the receiver that Lovey was trying to find there on that right sideline. Lovey had nowhere to go with the ball, tried to tuck it and run, but immediately got blown up in that backfield. And that'll bring up the end of this first quarter here. West Valley up 7-0. Strong showing on both sides of the ball so far from West Valley. Lakeland's really got to start answering here. They can't let this game get away from them.
Yeah, I think that the Hawks did a better job readjusting in the second half last week. When they played against Pullman. Pullman's offense, where there was a period in that game where they looked unstoppable, and similar game plan to what the Hawks have shown with their passing, quick passes, screens, slants, hitches, things like that, and it was working pretty well. But I think Lakeland was able to change up the game plan and play a little better defensively. So we'll see if they're able to do that here as they're
punting it away. A heck of a punt inside the 5.
Out of bounds at the 4, it looks. What a
great punt there from wideout Ezra Benson.
Special teams is the name. Lakeland Hawks have the game.
And that was a big punt there from Ezra. Hopefully the Hawks are able to stop West Valley deep in their own territory this time. Last time, West Valley was able to do pretty much whatever they wanted on offense. Really did a great job of mixing up the pass and run. A couple of design quarterback draws in there as well. So we'll see if the Lakeland defense is able to tighten up a little bit on this drive. West Valley start, at their own 5-yard line.
Never say never here, as we did see a 93-yard touchdown last week from Pullman against the Hawks, but definitely Ezra Benson making it a lot harder on them here, as we see Cash Lund coming off the edge. He just shot off the edge, looking like a track star there, coming into the backfield and combining with Terry Davis to make the tackle and driving the Eagles back even further.
And that's kind of what we need to see from the Hawks. You know, they start stopping this run game and not letting Clark or any of those other backs for West Valley keep building up the yardage that they were able to. Maybe start to force Turley into some more passing situations, which obviously he showed himself capable of in that first drive. So then the Hawks secondary's got to start showing out. We'll see what West Valley draws up here. It's another quarterback designed run for Turley. It's about 3, brings up 3rd and 7.
And that's important for West Valley to just get some type of yardage there so they can get some breathing room to try to get a pass off on 3rd down, because you mentioned they were going to have to try to get a pass off, but it's kind of hard to do that when you're on the heels of your own end zone and you're risking a safety going into the shotgun. So getting the ball out to the 9-yard line there, I think that's going to be enough to allow West Valley and Ethan Turley to get off a pass here and try to pick up the 1st down. Turley takes a snap.
Oh, great pressure brought by the Hawks. He's still not down yet. Oh, what a hit! Terry Davis, we've seen him all year at the linebacker position, lay licks. And right there, Ethan Turley took a heck of one. Took it like a soldier, though. Popped right back up and went to the sideline. Big stop there by the Hawks, though, deep in West Valley's territory. They're going to have to punt this one right back away to the Hawks. That's exactly what they needed. A 3-and-out. Inside the 10-yard line still, as the punter here for West Valley is going to have to punt from inside his own end zone. Great stuff there from the Hawks defense. Gets the stop that they weren't able to get there on that first drive from West Valley. That'll be a safety for the Hawks. Owen Forsman, as we said earlier, his ankle was sprained last week. Wasn't able to play at all. Didn't even know he was going to be on this special teams unit. Thought he might just kick today. But he comes in as a linebacker. Huge play off the edge from Owen. That punt out the back of the end zone.
A special teams superstar, Owen Forsman, continues to make plays no matter where it is. I didn't even know he was on the punt return team. Comes out there, blocks the punt. My goodness, Owen Forsman is exciting to watch.
Yeah, usually we see Owen for special team points. We see him there as our kicker for the Lakeland Hawks, as he's already a D1 commit for the University of Idaho, verbally committed to the University of Idaho. But that time making a play, using his athleticism, blocking that punt, and putting the Hawks on the board, and now they'll get the ball here as West Valley punts it away with 9:42. Huge play there from Owen. Totally flips the momentum of this game. And we'll see if this Hawks offense is able to ride that wave of momentum.
Yeah, we were knocked out of field goal range down on that side of the field, and then we had a great punt from Ezra Benson, and then Forsman say, okay, if I can't get a field goal, then I'll get 2 on the board.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, we cannot forget how much that drive was set up, and that safety was set up by the heck of a punt from Ezra Benson that pinned the Eagles inside their own 5-yard line. And then the Hawks defense able to get the 3-and-out, force the punt, and then bang, blocked out the back of the end zone there by Owen Forsman. And now we'll see what they can do here on offense.
Yeah, he was flying off the edge. I was like, is he really going to get there? But no question. And Hawks are going to take over here with a chance to take the lead. What a way to flip the script there by Owen Forsman. And coming out here onto this next drive, you gotta expect that Lakeland's gonna try to pass the ball a little bit more, because West Valley just seems to not be fooled whatsoever by this run game that the Hawks have drawn up. But they are a run first team. As the ball's thrown to Ron Riley on a screen and a catch and run at about 9 yards forward, and it's going to be a 2nd and short here. Nice play there to Ron Riley.
Yeah, once again, Jace able to connect with Roan. And as you said, they might have to start leaning onto this pass game just a little bit more. But as I said earlier, last week Pullman showed the same thing that West Valley kind of did. They were able to kind of entrap the run early in the game, but as these runs turned into 3-yard gains, 4-yard gains, 7-yard gains, and then Lovey Wild started busting. I mean, just 12 yards a run, which sounds crazy, but he had 223 yards last week. As Ezra Benson gets tripped up a little bit before the first down marker. But yeah, I think the Hawks, they can't keep mixing it up with the pass game, but I do think they need to stick to their guns and keep the ball moving on the ground.
Great tackle there by Noah Lewis.
And that'll pay dividend big in the second half as it did last week.
Yeah. I think that's the thing with the Hawks offense and this program with how often they run the football. It's not necessarily that they're going to run, all over the field in the first quarter, but as they continue to tire out this defense, and we see an example of it there, this running back room, they're patient, they stay in their gaps, they follow their blockers, and they just get yards and tire out the defense, as you mentioned. And Lovey Wild's just a hard-nosed runner. He knows how to hit the defense when they're weak, and we saw that last week with a 46-yard touchdown and a 65-yard run to flip the field, both in the fourth quarter to seal the game last week. And the handoff here to Clive Hobbs, as I mentioned, it's this running back room. It's not just Lovey Wild.
Yeah, absolutely. Clive showing up. He's just a great tough-nosed runner. He's been a huge factor for the Hawks because obviously you see Lovey getting all the hundreds of yards and the touchdowns, but Clive's just been a really sure thing. I mean, you can always depend on him to come in, bust off a tough, 3, 4, 5-yard run, sometimes busting a couple of them. But yeah, Clive definitely is a great, 1-2 punch there for the Hawks in the backfield.
Benson on the motion again. They think it's him and hand it to Lovey Wild.
And here it is. Lovey finds some room.
Making another man miss. He only had one man left to beat. Lovey Wild. Huge gain. First down at the 25.
Yeah, huge play there from Lovey. And there we go. We start to see this run game start to find its legs and pick up these heels. These linemen, Lakeland Hawks have a great front line. And they just blow holes open for Lovey Wild. Last week in his post-game interview, Lovey he just could not talk enough about how much he appreciated his O-line blowing holes open for him. And we see it right there as he finds some space and picks up the yardage.
Taylor drops back in a quick pass up to the right side, and that's no flag called. There was some contact. I bet Rowan Riley would have liked to call there. And a 2nd and 10 coming up. These quick pass plays, I think they're going to end up working well for the Hawks as long as Jace Taylor's smart with his decision making.
Yeah, that one was a little bit of a toss-up, 50-50 ball. Had me worried. It does find the grass, but too bad Roan couldn't come up with it, or at least get the pass interference call.
Yeah, Coach Schroeder mentioned last week, as you talked about the offensive line, that one of the keys to the game was winning in the trenches, and they sure did that. And even after the great game last week, that was his major key to the game in this one. Once again, is West Valley is not fooled by the Hawks offense, and they've clearly studied up this offense pretty well.
Yeah, true. They're able to make the stop there that time on Lovey on 2nd and 10. Brings up a pretty big 3rd and 10 here for the Hawks. We are within Owen Forsman field goal range, but it'd be great if the Hawks were able to find the end zone on this drive, pick up this first down and keep this drive alive, because they've been showing great momentum up until that last couple of downs. And so we'll see if they can get this first down, because we'd love to get a lead here, but obviously you'll take points right now as you're down 2-7.
Benson in motion once again. A quick pass to Rowan Riley. Looked like it hit the ground.
Ooh.
But they're going to call it a catch, and Rowan Riley's going to run forward, pick up 6, and it's going to be a 4th and 4 here at the 19-yard line. We'll see if Owen Forsman's coming onto the field for the kick here, or if Coach Schroeder wants his offense to stay out on the field on the 4th and medium.
And
Looks like they're just gonna call a timeout. And I don't know if you're the head coach here, Ben. What would you do?
Man, this one's a tough call because obviously you'd love to score a touchdown here. You're down 2-7. You'd love to take the lead on your home turf, especially with 5:20 left here in the half in this second quarter. It's a 4th and medium, 4th and 5. The Lakeland Hawks run game, oh man, this is a tough call. I think right now I'd kick if I was the head coach. Make it a 5-7 game. My defense showed out on their last possession, so I gotta trust in this Lakeland Hawks defense, which has been so good all year. Kick the field goal and hope to get another one, because then field goal puts you in the lead if you get another one, or you extend that lead with a touchdown on another drive. So I think I lean into my defense. I think I'd kick here, but obviously Coach Schroeder knows a lot more about what he's doing on that end than I do.
Yeah, I would agree. When you've got a guy who's one of the best players on your team as a kicker, you want him to get as many opportunities as possible because you don't want to leave points on the board. But it looks like the offense is coming back out here on 4th and 5.
And I don't hate this move here from Coach Schroeder. I mean, he has a chance to take the momentum of this game if they're able to convert this first down and hopefully find the end zone. So I don't hate that play call at all whatsoever. So we'll see if it pays off here for the Hawks. And then they pass out left. Oh! It's a hooking ladder! No, he was down. Ezra Benson was down.
Oh my goodness.
He was down on the catch. His knee was down.
And I don't think that's a design play right there. I think that's Ezra Benson with a heads-up play. Wow. You almost never see that in any level of football. But Ezra Benson confident enough there, and sometimes you wonder why you don't see that more and at high levels of football. When you got a teammate, especially a guy like Lovey Wild who's got wheels, pitch it to him. I mean, it's risky, but it pays off. And with NFL rules, that's a touchdown because he wasn't touched.
True, he was not touched. And unfortunately, we all play in high school ball, and Ezra gets this. But we'll see if the Hawks defense is able to make another stop here in the second half. But yeah, just a shame they weren't able to pick up that first down. As he busts one.
Taking off is Clark and falling down. Oh no!
Ezra Benson
Clark
might get
is
him.
taking off, and he is in. Touchdown, Eagles!
Heck of a run there by Clark. Goes about, 80 yards? Gets that touchdown for West Valley, and West Valley is able to take control. So there you go. That was kind of the risk that the Hawks were taking in going for that 4th down, is if you don't pick it up, these Eagles could come down and score on this drive and take the momentum of this game really by storm. But yeah, you hate to see that as a Lakeland Hawks fan, as the Eagles now go up 13-2, 14-2 pending this extra point.
Yeah, Jace Taylor, he was the last defender there for the Hawks. He had a chance to make a shoestring tackle, but a lot easier than it sounds. Laid out. He was obviously very frustrated that he wasn't able to make the play, as we have a timeout here by West Valley. But, what a run there by Austin Clark, who's already shown his burst of speed in this first half multiple times. And this Hawks offense is going to have to bounce back. And I think Coach Schroeder's reasoning behind not kicking on that side of the field there was he has trust in this offense and their ability to come back. As we saw, they had their first deficit of the season last year against the Greyhounds, and Coach Schroeder never hesitated, never changed up the game plan, and he stuck with what his boys do best, and that's run the football, and that's what they did. And they were able to come back and take the lead and take a big victory and to improve to 3-0. So I think he has confidence in the Hawks' ability to bounce back, but it's a big deal to be down 12 points here in the first half, as West Valley's coming out strong, looking to get their first victory of the season.
Yeah, West Valley, they've looked good. I mean, they had one really solid put-together drive on their opening drive. Then the Hawks were able to make a stop down near West Valley's own goal line. And they're just, Clark just makes a heck of a play, busts one. Hopefully that doesn't get to the Hawks defense heads too much. Now I really hope to see something good here from the Lakeland offense. We got 4:57 left. I'd love to see a 4-minute drive where we march down the field, punch one in, and start to eat into this deficit going into halftime.
Yeah, I think the offense is gonna buckle down a little bit here. You know, they got to get some points on the board. You know, they're not looking like they're struggling to move the ball in any manner, but we got to get some points on the board offensively. I think before halftime, and you know, West Valley's just coming out not making a lot of mistakes and not allowing the diverse playbook of the Lakeland offense affect them too much. They've done a good job of staying on top of things. Minutes 57 seconds remaining here in this first half. This team needs to buckle down a little bit as this is their biggest lead of the season so far. And Lovey Wild's going to let that one go out of bounds. And good start here to this drive for the Hawks. What are you seeing out here, Ben, that they're going to need to improve to play some better football in the second half?
Well, I think, as you said, Liam, they haven't really had much trouble moving the ball necessarily. It's just that West Valley's come up with some key stops at clutch moments here. So I think if the Hawks defense, like I said earlier, just sticks to their guns, mixes up this run and pass game, I think they should be fine on offense. Sorry. But yeah, like I said, I think the Hawks offense has shown a really good game so far. They just obviously haven't been able to do anything with it. Get stopped on that fourth down within the red zone last time down. So I'm really hoping to see something good on this drive here to end out this second half. As we have 4:57 remaining. Jace Taylor already rolling out for a pass. He's got a man wide open. Landon Burmeister there for the first down. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. You know, Lakeland just has to find these great gains. I mean, heck of a pass there from Jace. Landon is wide open. Finds him out in front of the sticks. Yeah, if the Hawks can just keep finding plays like that, or burst runs from Lovey, throw Clive in there a couple of times, find screens to Ezra. You know, they just keep mixing it up to all their guys, all their pieces. March down the field here, because like I said, they've really had no problem moving the ball much. It's just that West Valley's come up with some big stops on fourth down when they needed to.
Taylor takes a snap, hands it off to Lovey Wild. And once again, for the first time this season, we've seen a team that's really able to limit Lovey Wild completely in the first half. As we've seen him, you know, the last 2 weeks he's been at around 50 yards through the first half, and then he really takes off in the second half, rushing for, you know, 150 plus in both weeks, but in just the second half. But you know, this week, not anywhere near 50 yards so far for Lovey Wild. He's only at 27 rushing yards so far in this one. So, yeah, West Valley doing an excellent job at slowing down this run game, and Lakeland's going to need to open it up a little bit to get the ball moving. Benson on the end around takes the handoff from Taylor, and there's a little bit of movement there, picking up 3 and moving across midfield to the 49 of West Valley, but it's going to be 3rd and around 7 here.
Hawks really need a conversion here to keep this drive alive, because they can't, you know, have to punt away again. Would just be crushing for the Hawks, as they've already down 14-2. It's already a 2-score game here in this first half with 2:50 remaining in this second quarter. So yeah, this is a really big 3rd down for the Hawks. Hopefully they can convert.
Or at least get a few yards, because this could be 4th down territory.
Did he catch that? No, he didn't. Yikes.
No, I don't think
And the pressure was coming there from West Valley. Jace not quite able to get away a clean throw. And it looks like the Hawks are going to have to punt away. Let's see if this offense stays on the field.
Jace to get back on the field. Jace takes his helmet off, you know, looking frustrated, and Coach Schroeder says, wait a minute.
And this is a really huge 4th and 6 here for the Hawks. If you're not able to convert here, West Valley gets one more chance to score. And we'll see if the Hawks are able to get something big here with 2:37 left to play in the half. 4th and 6.
Could just be
big play here in the game.
Could just be trying to draw the West Valley off sides. No. Taylor takes the snap. Schroeder's confident in his offense.
He goes deep. He's got Ezra. Haul it in. He had him open there on that left sideline. Ezra Benson not quite able to haul it in. Solid pass there from JC. Had his guy. But now West Valley's offense, which has already scored twice today, is coming back out with 2:32 on their own 49 right near midfield. And we'll see if this Hawks defense can make a stop because they need to badly.
I like the call to go for it on fourth down there because, you know, if you don't pick it up, you rely on your defense, which is what they're going to have to do here. But if they did pick it up, it would have been a huge difference. There's a big difference between being down 14 to 9, 10, and being down 14 to 2. And now West Valley has a chance to add on even more. So we'll see if the defense can make a stop. Cash Lund is having a heck of a game. We've seen him come off the edge and make a hit almost every time.
Yeah, Cash Lund again. We've already called his name a few times today. Comes off that edge with a whole head of steam. Able to bring down Turley there, the Eagles. But yeah, he's already had himself a heck of a first half.
Yeah, we've seen him getting into the backfield 4 or 5 times in this one. You know, that play where Terry Davis lit up his man in the backfield, that tackle was actually started by Cash Lund sweeping the runner's legs out from under him. So he's coming off the corner here, and this right tackle for West Valley is just not able to keep up with the speed of the cornerback. And we'll see him on the edge here again, number 80. We'll see if he rushes again, and he does, and this time
Turley's got a guy. What a pass up on that right side. That's number 2 for West Valley. Parker Munns hauling in the catch on the right side there. And we'll see if...
Looks like this one's going to get called back.
Oh, flag on the play. I didn't see it there in the backfield. Oh, that's huge for the Hawks, because that would have really opened up this drive for West Valley. Instead, what was that, a hold?
Yeah, it looked like, so I was watching Lund coming off the edge, watching the rush, and looked like the right tackle on the play, Trey Rayford for West Valley, he started to block him, didn't let Lund get straight into the backfield this time as he has a few times before, but got a little bit of a hold of the jersey as Cash was trying to get into the backfield, and refs are going to call that every time.
Yeah, once again, Cash Lund making an impact, comes off that edge. Blocker really couldn't do anything but grab him or he would have got past him, so huge stuff there from Cash. As Turley once again finds his guy. He's been throwing really well today, and he'll get swarm tackled for about a 9-yard gain that'll bring up 3rd and 11.
That time, Cash Lund just knocked Wayford over.
Yeah, Cash made a heck of a move there on the edge. Yeah, this brings up a pretty big 3rd and 11 now for the Hawks. Only 50 seconds left in the half. We'll see if they can hold down. As they call a timeout, Mike Schroeder, the aggressive move there, calls a timeout. Looking to hope to get this ball back with a couple seconds left here in the half.
And poor Trey Rayford, he's 6'3", 242 pounds. It's just not possible for him to move the way Cash Lund moves. And I don't think he was expecting to see a defensive back and have to be dealing with that all game. Typically guys like the outside linebackers, defensive ends are the guys that are the biggest problems for tackles and give them nightmares. But right now, Cash Lund is living in their heads rent free, and he's coming off the edge every single time and making a play, whether it's making the tackle or stuffing a hole and allowing one of his teammates to make a tackle. So big game so far from the sophomore, as Lakeland's defense playing extremely well. The offense hasn't done much in this one in terms of scoring, but the defense keeping them in the game. After it, West Valley was able to move the ball pretty well to start off the game on the first few drives.
Third and 11 from West Valley. We'll see if they decide to try to go for this first down with a pass play, if they just decide to run the ball, eat the clock a little bit. And they do pass it. Already a flag in the backfield. This play's bone dead. It had to be a false start there on the left side. And it was. That'll just back up these Eagles a little bit more, bring up 3rd and 16. Now with 47 seconds left in the half. So we'll see if that changes up the play call at all for Coach Whitney on the Eagles side. Now if they decide to run the ball and make Lakeland burn their last timeout, or if they do decide to pass and go for these sticks now on 3rd and 16. I think Coach Schroeder right now, his intention is, hey, we're going to get this ball back with 47 seconds left, and we're going to do something with it.
Yeah, definitely not willing to let these last 47 seconds run off the clock here. Big play coming up here just to get the stop, and we call their last timeout, I would assume, if they get the stop here. So we have a stoppage for clock issue here.
Yeah, I think they ran that clock to start that last play, which ended up getting blown dead, so they just had to put that time back on the clock. So we'll now have 52 seconds left in the half, which could mean big something if Lakeland is able to get this stop and stop the clock with either a timeout or if there's an incomplete pass. Could be a big deal, that 5 seconds. Referees want to get it right. Looks like they got it, I think. And there we go. Now the clock will run.
There we go.
There we go. So they got it at 50 seconds, which is what they wanted. And now West Valley will take the snap, 3rd and 16.
Turley in the shotgun, takes a snap on the quarterback draw, moving forward. And he is brought down there by the junior Levi Palace.
West Valley there does decide to eat that ball with the quarterback sneak. Coach Schroeder immediately calls a timeout, stop the clock with 43 seconds left to give these Hawks a chance to maybe do something, put some points on the board to end this half. But yeah, 43 seconds to do it right now as Coach Schroeder talking to his team, letting him know what he wants. As West Valley will try to punt this ball away and make it impossible for Lakeland to do so.
Yeah, and that's where special teams really plays a big factor. You know, we saw 2 weeks ago, the first home game of the year for Lakeland, they played against Lake City, who didn't seem to have any type of punt game. You know, every time they would get to a 4th down and where they didn't want to try, they would just have their quarterback, Avery Cherry, punt the ball away. So special teams, a huge component in high school football, and we'll see that here as West Valley attempts to pin Lakeland deep, and as Lakeland's only real success, or at least any progress that they have in this one, has come off of special teams. So
it looks like Lakeland's not even going to send a returner back from this one. They'll just see if they can get another block punt or something, or they'll just let West Valley punter pin them deep, and then West Valley will deaden the ball. Yeah, Lakeland just not even going to return this one, as it takes a nice West Valley bounce all the way down to the 21.
And there's a good chance that prevents Lakeland from doing anything here with just 31 seconds left and 80 yards to go. But you never know. You know, you could get lucky with a big chunk play or a pass interference call. Owen Forsman has range up to 60 yards, so never say never.
We'll see if the Hawks are still planning to try to make a play here with 31 seconds left, or if now they'll just kind of run the clock out. They are out of timeouts, and they've 79 yards in front of them before they see the end zone.
Taylor takes the snap, throws it to the sideline for Ron Riley, and Riley able to get out of bounds and stop the clock with 25 seconds left after a 6-yard gain. And you know, I think you're right on the money. These quick passes are just what works for this Lakeland offense with Jace Taylor in there, and it works quite well, as Jace Taylor was able to throw for quite a few yards in the last game, and this game, the quick pass game, has kind of been the only thing working for the Hawks, as Lovey Well hasn't been as dominant as he was first few weeks. West Valley's done a good job adjusting to our game plan. Taylor going to take it himself, towards the sideline, and did he get out?
Get out.
Yes, he did. What a
All
great
right.
play there by the sophomore. The stiff arm against Levi Barham, and then
Oh, but he didn't get the first down.
Okay, they're gonna call him out.
Must have stepped out a little bit before the sticks.
Looked to me as if he got there, but I didn't have the best angle. 18 seconds left in this first half. Gonna need a big chunk play here from the 30-yard line. Short passes aren't really gonna work without timeouts with 18 seconds left. As we see trips left here. See if they can draw something up here. Taylor takes the snap. He needs some time. He's not going to get it, and that's going to end the first half. And West Valley out to a 14-2 lead to start this one, as Lakeland's for the first time this season is. Oh, do we have a? No, yeah,
That won't be the half.
End of the first half. So Lakeland down 14-2, 3-0 coming into this game. Their first real threat of a game this season. So we'll see what they drop at halftime. Come back out here for the second half of this Hall of Fame game for the Hawks and see if they're able to drop a special comeback.
And make sure you stick around for a special interview that Liam was able to catch up. Senior wideout Rowan Riley, who we've already seen today make a big impact on the field for the Hawks, will be playing that this half as well. So make sure you stick around for that, and we will be back with second half action here soon for the Hawks.
So I'm here with the Lakeland Hawks star wide receiver, Rowan Riley. We're going into game 4 with West Valley. Team's 3-0. He actually threw a passing touchdown as a wideout in the last game. Walk me through that play a little bit.
It was a little bit of a surprise, it was early first quarter. Schroeder just called snow DP, and so I kind of second guessed it, but it worked in the long run, so it was great.
What is it like, being kind of a dual threat weapon on offense? You're a wideout that can catch and score, but you can also, throw 60-yard bombs to our other best receiver, Ezra Benson. How's that like?
It's good. I feel like teams are going to have to start game planning for that, otherwise we'll just keep doing it over and over again.
What's it like being kind of one of the leaders of this team that's kind of lacking seniors a little bit?
We're a very young team, so it's kind of hard to get some of them in the right direction, but if we all come together, we should be a really good team, and it'll be a great year.
How do you feel the offense is, coming into its own this season as a wholly new personnel than it was last year, especially with the quarterback change?
I don't think we've been producing as much as we should right now, but we're starting to get it together a little bit. So our running back Lovey's going off, quarterback Jace Taylor's doing really good right now, and me and Ezra should be able to tear this West Valley defense apart.
And what's it like for you playing both sides of the ball? You've had an interception and a touchdown already, and a passing touchdown also. You're kind of all over the field. So, what's your mindset playing both sides, and how do you stay kind of not get exhausted?
Really just the conditioning at the end of practice is what it is. It does it. You can't really prepare for that. You just got to condition a lot and hope everything goes well in game plan.
All right, anything else you want to add going into this West Valley game?
Roll Hawks.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this second half of action between the Lakeland Hawks and West Valley Eagles. Lakeland currently down 2-14. West Valley showed a lot of strength on both sides of the ball. Lakeland was only to get away with a safety from the block punt from Owen Forsman that went out the back of the end zone. Lakeland will receive the ball here. They deferred the kick in the first half, so they will receive the ball coming out right now down 14-2. Liam Bradford, I'm Ben Ryan coming at you here in this second half. Liam, what do you think the Hawks need to do to get going here in this second half?
I think their best suit is the running game, and they weren't able to get much going offensively through the run game in the first half. So I think whether it's just changing up formations or changing up the play calls that were through which we're running the ball, but something's got to get better to open up holes a little bit more for Lovey Weil. Maybe that's digging a little bit deeper into that bag of tricks to keep the defense on their toes and then punish them with continuous runs up the gut with Lovey Weil, as we've seen in the second half 2 weeks in a row. We'll see if we see it here in the third week. Lovey Weil's a dangerous runner, so I do expect he'll have a better second half here, as he is returning this kickoff to start off the second half.
Big hit laid there by a couple of Eagles.
Swarming Cage Weil as they have done all game long. West Valley's very strong here in this in their second game of the season, and the Lakeland offense is going to need to get cooking here.
Yeah, for real, the Lakeland offense in that first half, they were able to move the ball okay, but really weren't able to punch in a lot of first down conversions against this West Valley defense, which really made some great stops there in the first half. And like you said, kind of bottled up Lovey in his run game, which is really the Hawks' bread and butter. So we'll see if they can start to blow some holes in this second half, as they did last week against Poland, where Lovey really got going.
Yeah, the only thing that seemed to be working in the first half was the quick pass game, but I expect to see more runs in this half from Weil, as we see the pitch to him here, and Weil is bursting forward for 4 yards, and I do think Coach Schroeder's going to not hesitate to pull out the trick plays. We saw after Lovey got stuffed a few times, they pitch it to him, and we see him drop back and try to throw a pass, but unfortunately that play didn't work out. But this team's got an unlimited amount of surprises that they could pull out at any time, and I think that's how they're going to crawl their way back into this one. Currently down by 12, and they've got quite a ways to go. Handoff to Lovey Weil, and
there we go.
First down for the Hawks.
A couple of solid runs there for Lovey to start off this second half. Good to see him start to get going a little bit. That's really what the Hawks need on this drive. This is a pretty big drive. I know it's still plenty of time for the Hawks, obviously down 2 scores right now to these West Valley Eagles. But this is a pretty big first drive because it kind of sets the tone for this second half. If the Hawks are able to make a solid, 80-yard drive, march down the field, put in a touchdown, they'll start to gain some momentum here, which is what they've desperately needed all of this game. So we'll see if they can keep this offensive momentum going.
In motion as usual, the handoff to Clive Hobbs.
Tough run there from Clive, just didn't stop moving, kept going forward, picks it up 5 or 6 yards.
And maybe that's the key. We see West Valley, they're swarming 23 every time looking for him in the backfield. Maybe you put 23 in the backfield as a decoy, and you give it to some of these other guys. We've already seen that with the end arounds to Ezra Benson. We see it there with the handoff to Clive Hobbs. And I think that's really going to be the key to get this going. If they can open up other areas of their offense, the run game will come, and that's where the Hawks are really deadly. Taylor dropping back, a quick pass to the sideline for Ezra Benson.
Oh!
Benson pulls it off!
Oh my gosh, what a play there from Ezra Benson. He had coverage all over him. He's able to tip. He didn't even catch the ball. He just tipped that backwards to Lovey Weil, who was able to come up with the catch. Brings up a first down there from Lakeland. Great heads-up play there from Ezra Benson, the wideout for the Hawks. Picks up a first down, keeps this drive moving for Lakeland.
What a play. I don't even know how to process that. Playing a game of 21, MJ Benson on the play. Wow, what a pass. Picking up the first down there. That was impressive. We saw it didn't work the first half.
And Lovey is just blown up there in the backfield. That's number 53, Andrew Royston of the West Valley Eagles. Burst through a hole. Lovey luckily got forward motion back to the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. But yeah, West Valley, they've given up a couple of those big runs, but a lot of times they've been bottling up Lovey in the backfield or, right around the line of scrimmage so far in this game.
Yeah, that's been kind of the story of this game so far, is just Lakeland picking up a big first down, a big exciting play, and then West Valley gets a much-needed stop. And another handoff to Lovey Wild.
There we go.
He's got to get some separation. Picking up 7 yards. A 3rd and manageable now, 3rd and 3 at the 45. And this will likely be 4th down territory if they can get a little bit closer here. The Hawks, simply just need touchdowns right now.
Yeah, it's true. Down 14-2. Obviously, like we said, they have plenty of time, but they'd love to punch one in on this drive and just try to take back control of this game, which West Valley was able to grab in the first half. That was a really big run there by Lovey to set up this 3rd and 3, where he goes again, gets through the sticks, gets it within inside the Lakeland 40-yard line. The West Valley 40-yard line now, down to about the 37. And this Hawks offense right now is moving, which is exactly what the doctor ordered here in the second half.
And I think, just as you mentioned right on the dot, I think we're starting to see this defense get a little bit tired out, and that's right when Lovey Wow comes in with that knockout punch, and he's picking up big gains now. Before, he wasn't even able to get out of the backfield. Now he's rushing forward for 5+ yards every time. Lovey Wild's moving the Hawks down the field into field goal range from 0-4 now.
And it's really just a testament to our to the O-line right now of the Lakeland Hawks. As attrition starts to set in on that D-line, it can become more difficult to make down those big, tough tackles. But yeah, just a testament to the Hawks O-line. Keep getting push up there for Lovey, blowing up holes as he now gets a well-deserved rest. Clive Hobbs back in the backfield.
Clive Hobbs takes a handoff and picks up the 1st down.
Good stuff there from Clive. Once again, just moves those sticks. I mean, obviously, we talked a lot about Lovey today and how he's starting to find some holes now in the second half. But yeah, Clive, unreliable right now for the Lakeland Hawks.
Absolutely, a nice run there for Clive. Just the depth of this offense really keeping West Valley, unable to know what's coming here. Is Jace Taylor with multiple hard counts.
Oh man!
I just don't see how you jump there after the 5 hard counts, but. Carter Vannick's a great offensive lineman. I don't think he's going to do that too often, but Jace Taylor must have got him pretty good.
Yeah, right. You definitely have not seen a lot of that for the Lakeland Hawks this year. I mean, I can't even think of another false start penalty we've had, at least here at home, on our offense. So really just a disciplined team on both sides of the ball. Haven't seen many offside penalties either on defense. Coach Schroeder really has these guys disciplined. Just a quick lapse there from the Lakeland O-line, and hopefully Lakeland's able to get some of this yardage back as Lovey tries to do just that.
Push forward by Braden Terry to get an extra 2 yards on the play. But I think this Lakeland team, you see Jace Taylor's play there. Sorry about that. Taylor under center. Hands it off to Lovey Wild.
Lovey hurdles a guy. And picks up another 2 yards here. Brings up 3rd and 8 for the Hawks. We'll see what Coach Schroeder dials up now. As like we said, we'd really love to see this drive keep on going. Obviously within field goal range, but it'd be great to punch one in here. Down 2 scores right now with 5:50 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. Plenty of time for the Hawks. And it looks like they'll call a timeout to talk things over and drop a pretty big play here on 3rd and 8. Because this is just that important of a 3rd down. If the Hawks have been driving methodically down the field so far in this second half, they've already burned over 6 minutes of this 3rd quarter. And so they'd love to keep this drive alive. interested to see right here if the Hawks decide to go through the air. The pass game here with 3rd and 8, third and, medium to long-ish, which they've had some success with, which they haven't really done much here in the second half, as they've had Lovey and Clive busting runs up the middle. But yeah, I'm interested to see what the Hawks are up here after this timeout.
Yeah, this is the first time they've really, I guess they did get it to the 20-yard line earlier in the game, but not been able to put any points on the board yet, so it's really important here that they're able to put the ball into the end zone. That's what they really need here, and the handoff to Lovey Wow.
And that's not going to help you. False start again from Lakeland. So unlike normal Lakeland O-line, that's another false start, the second one on this drive, and that really hurts Lakeland's chances here of converting this first down. So here comes Jace Taylor and his offense here on 3rd and 13. Love to pick this one up. Lovey Wow just runs it up the right side. Gets maybe a couple of yards. So we'll see now what the Hawks do on 4th and 11 if they decide to kick a field goal through here, just get some points on the board. Once again, the Hawks offense, they do well moving the ball. They find a lot of different weapons. And now there's a player down for the Hawks. They've been moving this ball really well, and then the Eagles make a stop. As we'll see who's down for Lakeland. Looks like some cramping that... I don't want to speculate or guess anything on who that is. It looks like it might be Lovey Wow, who's been just blasting runs up the middle all game for the Hawks. And hoping it's just a cramp and nothing serious. Can't say for sure that it's Lovey yet.
Real unfortunate anytime you see a guy down for this amount of time. It is Lovey Wild.
That is Lovey down out there. And he's going to come off not under his own power, which is not what the Hawks want to see.
It's not a cramp this time.
As it looks like he's favoring that right ankle, it looks like. And yeah, the Hawks just hate to see that. I mean, not only is he just a huge production maker for them on offense, but also just brings tons of spirit and energy to this Lakeland Hawks offense and gets them going. So you hate to see that for any player.
He's not putting any weight on his right foot.
But yeah, right now he's completely under the power of the trainers here for the Lakeland Hawks. And yeah, I hate to see that part of the game. And here comes the Lakeland offense on 4th and 11. They're staying out there, hoping for something big here.
Taylor rolls
they
right.
Need a play or something.
Finds
He
him.
got him. Will it be enough for a first down?
It's going to be a huge call here.
Oh man, it is right at the sticks. It will depend on the spot.
I think they're going to give it to him. It looked like he caught it right at the marker, just enough for the first down. But
Heck of a first down.
Wow! And they will call it
it's
West Valley
short.
football. Just short.
First down catch comes just, 6 inches short. And man, there's another one of those stops that West Valley's been able to get. Lakeland moves the ball down the field. They make great plays. They find their guys. But that just gets stopped right before they can put anything into the end zone, which is that's really been the story all night for Lakeland Hawks. And here comes the West Valley offense, again looking to extend this lead. Hawks defense needs to make another clutch stop here.
Yeah, and we see this defense put in a position once again where they need to hold themselves back into the game for the team as the offense is struggling a little bit. With Lovey Wild going down with that injury, Jace Taylor's going to need to show out for the rest of this game. And Landon
Burmeister with a heck of a tackle in the backfield there for the Hawks. Great stuff there from Landon. That'll bring up 2nd and 17 now. Heck of a hit in the backfield. Brings up a huge loss there for the Eagles.
Yeah, what a great job by Burmeister getting into the backfield, and just got a great nose for the ball, just always making plays from that defensive end position. And he's done a great job replacing some of the guys that the Hawks lost last year. Looking almost like a Alden Waddington type of defensive end out there, number 88.
That's a throwback right there, Alden Waddington. Ex-Lakeland Hawk player. As Evan Turley rolls out, he's got a guy open there on the sideline, able to haul it in there for West Valley.
Nice grab by Parker Munns.
There's Parker Munns. He's had a couple of big catches there for the Eagles so far, and that was one of his biggest, converting on that, probably about a 20-yard pass play. Gets that first down on 2nd and 17 and keeps this drive well and alive here for the Eagles.
Yeah, Turley hasn't really had much trouble getting rid of the ball here, but there have been a number of occasions where the offensive line just didn't do their job, and this Lakeland defense was able to put pressure on. We'll see if they're able to keep that up and not allow West Valley to march down, because they can't give up another score right now. Turley with the run, quarterback draw, and brought down. A nice tackle to not allow the first down there by Riley Sachs, but a decent gain on first down. Pickup of around 7 for Turley on the quarterback draw.
Yeah, the Eagles have definitely really been able to use Turley's athleticism as he takes the ball on the ground. They've been able to use that little quarterback draw all day long, showing a lot of success right now for West Valley. Hawks defense right now, they've got to start finding some answers if they want to get back in this game, because they need to stop soon, get the ball back in the hands of their offense, start cutting a dent into this lead.
Load in the box here for the Hawks. We could see a blitz here on 2nd and short. Cash Lund off the edge and pushing forward. Looked like he was going to be brought down ahead of the first down marker, but a nice job there by Austin Clark, who just continues to perform to shoot forward.
Eagles receive the line of game, 1st down and 10.
West Valley, after that game against Freeman last week, there were some questions surrounding this team, but I think those have all been answered so far today, as the Eagles not having much of a problem on either side of the ball. And, the Hawks aren't playing a bad game, but the Eagles are just executing. Turley throws the ball.
Almost picked off by Owen. Already had a huge play earlier with the block punt that went out the back of the end zone. Able to bat that one away, though. And finally, Turley isn't able to connect with one of the receivers. It feels like every single time he's dropped back and looked, and he's found his guys. He's got a ton of weapons out there, whether it's been Austin Clark or Parker Munns or a whole bunch of other guys they've had out there. Tate Legemeyer's had a couple of grabs for the Eagles, and Turley's just done a great job spreading the wealth for the Eagles. So it's good as a Lakeland Hawk fan to see one finally get batted down, as Turley's been firing on all cylinders all night tonight.
And another pass complete. And this time it's to number 5, Austin Clark, who's right around that yard to gain, but it doesn't look like they're going to give him the first down. 3rd and maybe half a yard here. But, kind of deja vu. looking at the first two games that we announced, the Lake City game and the Pullman game, two things that those teams did well was pass the ball and make plays from their quarterback to their receivers. And we see that again today with West Valley. And, it's not necessarily burning our corners, airing the ball out, but it's just these repetitive, quick plays where the quarterback gets rid of the ball in under 2 seconds, and it's just a great formula.
Oh man, that's another one of those mental mistakes that you don't see a lot from this Lakeland Hawks team, and they've been reeling a little bit today. And it's really just kind of been the story of this game so far for the Lakeland Hawks.
Yeah, Levi
Just
Powell.
uncharacteristic plays there from Lakeland. I mean, I don't know that I've seen an offside call all season for this Lakeland D-line. But there you go. I guess this Hawks defense just reeling a little bit mentally. Is West Valley's still up 14-2 and marching with 1:23 and counting left here in this third quarter.
Turley takes a snap on the quarterback draw, and Dylan Scott brings him down.
Good stuff there from Tiller.
Throwing the wrestling move on him. Carter Scarcello on the sideline, very upset at himself after jumping off sides there. He's just a competitor. You see, him and Levi Palace did not want to be the two guys jumping off sides there. And, you never want to be in that situation.
Yeah, and as we said, that's just so uncharacteristic for them, as they haven't been doing that all season long. Their discipline has just been next level. So yeah, Carter, another one of those senior leaders for this Hawk team. He'll definitely be beating himself up about that one, but he makes tons of plays for the Lakeland Hawks there on that D-line. So I'm sure he'll be able to make it up later on in this game. Man, the Hawks would love like a turnover or something big here on defense, because right now the Eagles are just marching. And Turley, here comes the big throw. This could be oh my gosh, what a throw and catch. That's Parker Munns once again, gets the edge over Ezra Benson. And man, these Eagles just keep on making some more separation against the Lakeland Hawks. Extends this lead to 20-2. Heck of a ball there from Turley, and Munns makes a great play. Hauls that one in for the score.
Yeah, you don't see that one too often. Ezra Benson getting burned, our number 2 corner on their number 2 receiver. Ezra Benson's a pretty good defender and just not able to keep up with the receiver there, as West Valley has jumped out to a huge lead here, 21-2. And for Lakeland, I'd say it's pretty much touchdown or bust at this point. This game is moving pretty quickly, and West Valley has had no issues on either side of the ball, so Lakeland going to need to mount a huge comeback here, and it starts offensively, and they have a large hill to climb, especially without Lovey Wild.
Yeah, that injury to Lovey just really hurts the Hawks. Like I said, not only in the way he plays, obviously bringing up huge yardage for the Hawks in the run game, but also just the energy that he brings to this Hawks offense and the life that he brings to this whole team. So yeah, that's a huge loss definitely for the Hawks now. As obviously, there's still time in this game. 17 seconds left in the third quarter. We still got 12 more minutes of football even after that is up. But man, you'd love to see the Hawks put some points on the board here, as they're down 19 now, 3-score game. So yeah, the Hawks really need to start doing something on offense. Otherwise, they can kiss this one goodbye.
Yeah, this team does have a lot of depth. So, in terms of getting tired in the fourth quarter, I think the Hawks aren't going to struggle much with filtering guys in and out, especially on that defensive line. You see those guys are coming in and out every play. But, they just got to get something going offensively, got to get something cooking. Cash Lund on the return. And he is brought down at the 24-yard line. West Valley has done an excellent job tackling in this game. Just wrapping up to perfection. 11 seconds left in this third quarter, and the Eagles are in command. Not what we expected to see in this one.
Yeah, for real. Really came in with a lot of confidence in this Lakeland Hawks offense, who hasn't really been able to find their footing all night tonight. And yeah, hate to see one of these kinds of games. Lakeland's obviously just been so successful thus far this year, up 3-0. As Jace able to find Ezra out in the flat. And Ezra maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage, and that'll end this third quarter. West Valley up 21-2. And these Hawks need a big fourth quarter if they're going to come back in this one. And yeah, that will come to the end of the third quarter.
The Eagles have stunned the Hawks through 3 quarters of play. We'll see if they can flip the field, flip the script in this fourth quarter. But yeah, just really great execution by this West Valley team, and Lakeland just not able to get plays done. And you look at the score, it feels like a blowout, but it doesn't. It hasn't felt that way. With the way the game has gone, it's just Lakeland hasn't been able to put points on the board, and West Valley has.
Yeah, right. Both teams. Both teams have had 2 solid drives. And West Valley was able to punch 2 of those in for the end for a touchdown. And Lakeland, on the other hand, got stopped on 4th down by the West Valley defense on those 2 drives. West Valley also obviously had that huge play to Austin Clark, the 80-yard touchdown, which was responsible for their other touchdown in this game. But yeah, both teams have really been able to march on the field, but the only difference is West Valley's been able to find the end zone, and these Lakeland Hawks have not been able to find it.
Taylor in the shotgun. He's got 12 minutes and a dream. Gets rid of it.
He's got him open. Oh, man. Almost intercepted.
Turned it into a defensive back there. Second time this game, breaking up the pass. And Jace Taylor is down.
Jace must have taken a hit there from the Hawks in the backfield. He's down big.
Oh my goodness.
This is not what the Hawks need to see right now. With 11:55 down 19. You got your starting quarterback out here, who's already your second string quarterback, is Hayden Benson, who came into the year, the Hawks having him at QB1, had an ankle injury in week 0, as we now have Peyton Hillman, the sophomore backup quarterback, the backup quarterback, warming up his arm on this sideline. And we just hopefully Jason.
Really interesting here to see our second sophomore quarterback of the year, but just praying Jace is okay here.
And this is the part of the game that you just really hate to see in high school sports. Jace is down for a while now, just as Lovey was earlier.
He's in some pain. Quarterback's a tough position to play, and we've seen many instances of that on many levels. But, it's just always horrible to see a hit like that.
Jace is getting up, not walking. Oh, it looks like it was an upper body thing, maybe his ribs. You see that a lot with quarterbacks, and they get popped by those big old D linemen. So really hope that Jace is okay.
Man, you pray this isn't a broken rib or anything too serious, but didn't look good. Taylor was on the ground for a while, and we know he's a tough kid, so man, that's just unfortunate for the Hawks. But you can't dwell on the injuries. You can't think about what they need and what they're missing. You got to think about what they have and what they're going to do with that. And right now they got Peyton Hillman. He's a good quarterback. Don't know too much about him, but he's finally getting his opportunity in a game to prove himself here.
Yeah, Peyton out here with, 11:55 left to play, down 19 points. We'll see if he's able to make some fireworks. As right now, he just hands this one up off the left side.
Ezra Benson.
And Ezra gets taken down almost immediately there. Brings up 4th and 9, and it looks like the Hawks will bring out the punting squad. Try to flip the field here on West Valley.
It feels like so far this season, the Hawks have just kind of struggled to get things going on long third downs, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9. they just, these short passes, they work for most of the game, but it's getting to the point where West Valley is just able to kind of load the box and play good defense. So the Hawks are going to have to figure something out fast offensively.
Great punt there from Ezra. Takes an amazing Lakeland Hawks bounce. Wow. Ezra Benson absolutely flips the field. The Hawks had the ball at their own 25, and Ezra gets it with inside the West Valley 20. That's like a 56-yard punt there from Ezra Benson. And yeah, I was doing that math the entire time. That's why I paused there for a minute. Heck of a punt there from Ezra Benson, though. 56 yards. You don't really see that at the high school level a lot. And hopefully that's able to help Lakeland out here with 10:50 left in the game, down 19 to these West Valley Eagles. And we'll see if this Hawks defense is able to make a stand right now. They need to. A 3 and out or a big turnover here is exactly what the Hawks need with only 10:50 left in the game, down 3 scores.
Turley hands it off. Clark loses the ball.
Did he lose the football? I think he hung on to it. Now there's a West Valley player down on the field.
My fault, looked like I saw a football squirt out there.
And we'll have another timeout on the field. There's another player down, 2 of them for West Valley. And man, these injuries just keep piling up right now in this game.
Wow, this is hard to believe what we've seen in this one so far. See, the Hawks star running back, perhaps the best producer on this team, next to Owen Forsman, Lovey Weil, went down. So our starting quarterback, Jace Taylor, went down. 2 huge contributors to the Hawks team. And now West Valley dealing with a man down on the field.
This player will walk off under his own power. That's number 66 for West Valley, Jacob Hitt. And I'm not sure if he just had cramping issues or what, but hope that he's okay as he's able to walk off on his own power with continued play. But yeah, here we go, 2nd and 6. Big drive right now for the Lakeland defense. They need a stop. They need a turnover. They need something that'll kickstart this game for the Hawks because they just have not been able to get much here against the Eagles.
Turley takes a snap, and the quarterback draw brought down by Clive Hobbs, and it's going to pick up the first down for West Valley, and that's a huge movement of the chains.
Ethan Turley has just been able to use his athleticism all day long. He's done a heck of a job slinging the rock around for these Eagles. But yeah, he's also done a really great job on the ground game, able to pick up the first down, keep this clock moving, and keep this drive alive now for West Valley, as they're just trying to wrap up this game with a little under 10 minutes left to go. But yeah, the Hawks are really just desperate for anything right now on defense.
Yeah, West Valley has been the first team that the Hawks have played that they have not been able to slow down at some point, Didn't start great defensively in either of the last 2 games, but they were able to find their legs at some point and just haven't seen that in this one.
Wow, what a run there from Austin Clark once again up that left side. Makes a couple guys miss. Thought we might have him dead to rights there at the line of scrimmage, but no, he able to burst it up that left side for 5 or 6 yards now for West Valley. And yeah, they're just looking unstoppable right now.
And the Hawks are definitely going to have some things to figure out this week in practice defensively, regardless of how this one turns out. It's hard to stop the quick pass game, which is what they've been attacked with 3 weeks in a row now. But that Lakeland secondary just has to step up because it's the biggest hole in this team right now, and the only thing preventing them from improving to 4-0 in this one.
And West Valley looks like they'll take a timeout to talk things over with 8:45 left in the game. As right now their only goal is pick up first downs, hopefully do it on the ground, keep this clock moving, and get out of here. But the Hawks, they need something big if they're going to turn this game around.
Hawks desperate for a stop. 8:45 on the clock and counting. Ernie steal.
Oh, and we had motion.
Carter jumps offside.
Oh, there was. Oh yeah, West Valley did first though. That was. Yeah, West Valley luckily jumped before he did. That was number 2, Parker Munns, who's had himself a day for these West Valley Eagles. But he jumps off sides on that one.
Yeah, Carter pulled out of the game once again. He's frustrated, but luckily that one went against West Valley. Turley takes the snap. He's got the draw to the right.
And again, Ethan Turley's able to find some spaces. Clive Hiles brings him down just short of that first down marker. But man, that has just been hurting the Hawks all day.
Turley takes the snap, and he's finally stopped.
Hawks are finally able to stop Turley on those quarterback runs. Brings up 4th and 2. We'll see what West Valley does here. You got to think they're punting here up 19.
They're not going to give the Hawks a chance to come back in this one. They're going to make the Hawks do it all on their own. They're not going to make any mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be quite the gift if they did go for it. Give these Hawks a chance to get a stop in West Valley territory. We'll see what they do. I mean, obviously it's 4th and 1, so you like to think that your team can pick it up. But if the Hawks are able to make this stop on 4th and 1, give them a little bit of life here with 7:40 and counting left in the game, that'd be huge.
Yeah, we're going to have to rely on a very short drive or a heck of punt return touchdown here. As West Valley keeping the offense on the field, but I'm assuming this is just going to be to get off the defense to jump. Yeah, they're not snapping this year.
And they will call a timeout. Looks like they'll bring out the punting unit. Now with 7:21 left in the game.
They could just not been able to capitalize on their opportunities in this game, and they've had quite a few of them. It's not that they haven't opened opportunities up for themselves, it's just that they haven't been able to capitalize off of those opportunities, and that's why the score is what it is now. What do you think the Hawks are going to need to do moving forward to bounce back next week?
You know, if things do go as they're looking right now and West Valley is able to close out this game, the Hawks really just need to honestly just let this one go. You know, short-term memory. Obviously, they'll take a week. They'll figure some stuff out, tighten up. You know, there's been a couple of mental mistakes with penalties today for the Hawks. They'll tighten those up. Hopefully try to get this offense back going. Hopefully get healthy, as we've seen 2 of our star players. And bang! Here's something big. A Muffs punt snap. And bang! Brought down inside my 10-yard line. And never say never on Friday night, as the Hawks are now going to get the ball inside the 10-yard line. Down 21-2 with 7:14 remaining in the game. And wow, that's a huge play, Liam, because, West Valley punts that ball away. Lakeland's got a whole field to go after, and then they need 2 more scores. Now, at the 10, 7:14 remaining. Let's see if they can do something here with the rest of this game.
Yeah, don't turn us off just yet, guys.
Yeah, for real. Stick around. Come on now. Never know what's going to happen on a Friday night at a high school football game. Crazier things have happened than a 19-point comeback.
And I think now that we've said never say never 3 times, it's an official trademark of the Hello Hawks broadcast. And Peyton Hillman rolling right.
And there he goes, the sophomore quarterback, 3rd-string quarterback, puts his head down.
No
Gains about 3
gain.
yards. 2 or 3 yards for the Hawks. But yeah, they definitely need to punch something in here. That was a gift given to them by West Valley. So the Hawks definitely need to punch something in here now at the 7-yard line with 6:46 remaining. Yeah, we'll see what the Hawks are able to do. But yeah, I think that going into next week, especially if they can build some momentum here, they just got to tune this one out. Obviously, this has been, at least thus far in the game, a bit of an off week for the Hawks on both sides of the ball. As Clive Hobbs gets down to about the 4. Yeah, the Hawks, they've had a great season thus far, especially last week against Pullman, putting up 42 points on the board. Their offense finally started to get going a little bit, which is more points than they've scored combined in their other 3 games. So yeah, if they can just show more of that, I think we'll be okay. We've got the weapons to do it. But we'll see if we can punch in a touchdown now in this one as Clive once again goes up that right side and bang!
Into the end zone. We saw 3 times last week Clive was tackled just shy. And he got to be itching for a touchdown coming into this game, and he finally gets into the end zone, breaks the plane for the first offensive score for the Hawks in this one, and it looks like we're going to see a 2-point try here to try to make this a 11-point game to make it a 2-point or a 2-possession game.
And you got to wonder now, obviously this 2-point conversion is a pretty big one. So if you're able to punch this in, then you only need 1 more touchdown with a 2-point conversion and a field goal. 5:55 left in the game as Clive once again comes in walking for the 2-point conversion. Cuts this lead to 10-21. And now you got to think the Hawks are going to come out here with an onside kick. Less than 6 minutes down, 2 possessions. We'll see what these Lakeland Hawks can do now, making some fireworks to end this game.
Clive Hobbs putting himself on the map. Lovey Wow went down. We thought it was a big deal, and that team was going to take a big step back, and they come right back. Clive Hobbs into the end zone, touchdown Hawks. And Ben, I got a question for you. How often would you say that we say never?
Oh, we never say never, Liam Bradford. We never say never here on Friday night. Yeah, excited to see what we do right here. I mean, this is a pretty big one. Lakeland has one of the best kickers in the state, Nolan Forsman. We'll see, ex-soccer player. We'll see if he's able to work some magic here on this onside kick, and the Hawks can recover.
And the Hawks, we'll see an onside kick here. Always fun for some late game dramatics, regardless of what happened in the first 3 quarters.
Yeah, if nothing else, is really just mentally gets the Hawks just back in this one, lights that fire a little bit that we were hurting for. Down 19 with 7 minutes left to go in this game. It's really hard to stay motivated as a player. So hopefully that lights up this team a little bit. And I'd love to see it come to fruition here as the Eagles all ready for this onside kick. Oh my gosh! It popped loose. Oh, I think a West Valley Eagle foul on it. I thought the Hawks might jump on that one for a second.
Recovered by the quarterback. That was Ethan Turley making a play on the hands team, diving on that one. And we saw Owen Forsman just turned around and...
Yeah, I wasn't even ready for that kick. But man, West Valley was, I guess. Ethan Turley was. Immediately gets on that ball, which is not what the Lakeland Hawks needed, because now the West Valley Eagles have it already at midfield with under 6 minutes left to play. Still up 21-10 with a comfortable lead that they've built.
Yeah, I wonder how many different personnel changes we've seen on this defensive line in this game. We've seen multiple D tackles and D ends be cycled through there right now. They got Carter Vanek and Braden Keary on the field. Hawks gonna need a big stop here. Got a false start on the offense. Delay a game. 5-yard penalty sets West Valley back. And with 2 timeouts here, you got to think the Hawks can't even allow a first down because this clock's just going to continue to run, and then it'll get down 2 possessions. They need to stop them, get a 3 and out here, and get the ball back, and because that's the only hope for the Hawks in this one. But they do have hope. They just need to stop right now, and that defense needs to tighten up. Huge play here on 1st and 15 for the Eagles. Turley fakes the motion handoff.
And he is brought down in the backfield there by a horde of Lakeland Hawks, led by Dylan Scott and others. Owen Forsman also in there on the play. And that'll back him up even more to a 2nd and 18 or so. And man, the Hawks would love to get a 3 and out here. Already used one of those precious 3 timeouts in this half. But would love to get a stop here with 5:26 and counting. Still just a 2-possession game, though. We'll see if the Hawks are able to make a stop.
Yeah, Ethan Turley on the hands team hopping on that ball for Owen Forsman. I could tell that upset Owen a little bit, so he had to get back there and tell Turley, no, you're not doing this read option game anymore. Turley looking left, throwing short to Clark.
Oh, man, Clark
and
again.
Clark is brought down by a swarm of Hawks near the original line of scrimmage.
And he stayed in bounds there to keep this clock moving now. That's 4:50 and counting. Brings up 3rd and 10, but man, if this clock keeps rolling, the Lakeland Hawks are going to run out of time.
Yeah, but just doing everything you can right now, as long as they're able to stop West Valley here. And it'll be interesting to see if the Eagles hand the ball off here just to wind more clock, and then call. As you mentioned, this clock running out. Less than 4.5 minutes remaining here. And a 3rd and long. This is the game right here. The Hawks need a stop. Turley takes the snap. Drops back. Airs one out. Ezra Benson in coverage. And it's hauled in!
No way. What a catch. Ezra Benson was there with him step for step. Beautiful ball made up by Turley. Hauled in. I believe that is once again Parker Munns.
Parker Munns is an excellent receiver. Hasn't had any trouble hauling in multiple throws in this one from Turley. That one, the best of the night by far. On the make or break play of the game, we see Turley throw an absolute dot. And looks like West Valley, barring anything spectacular, is going to give the Hawks their first loss of the season. But there is 3.5 minutes remaining on the clock for the Hawks to get a stop.
Yeah, that one really just takes the wind out of the sails of this Hawks team that was just trying to mount any sort of comeback they could.
Good effort.
Yeah, heck of an effort by the Hawks.
Oh my God! It's recovered by the Hawks!
Often to be say never in this broadcast.
We never say never, and that is why, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow. I mean, just immediately. We were ready to just be like, oh man, these West Valley Eagles really starting to put this game away now. 3 minutes, 15 seconds left remaining. And now the Lakeland Hawks are going to get one more opportunity. The ball on the 20-yard line. 3 minutes and 15 seconds left. Down 2 possessions. But crazier things have happened under the Friday Night Lights. And we'll see where the Hawks offense can dial up with their 3rd-string QB, 2nd-string running back out there. A couple of injuries throughout the day. We'll see what we're able to do. And here he comes, Peyton Hillman. His first high school career throw, hauls in there. A huge hit from the West Valley player. I think he's going to get marked for targeting, which will tack on at least.
What a hit. But was it worth it? Doesn't seem so. A 15-yard penalty tacked on to the end of that catch from Burmeister.
And we'll see if this one ends up being 15 or 5.
That's a good point.
As as the West Valley student section is not stoked about that call. But man, that could give the Lakeland Hawks life now with 3:07 left. I mean, the officials are still discussing what happened on this play, whether it was a penalty and whether it would have been an intentional one, which would make it a 15-yarder versus a 5-yarder. Either way, should be an automatic first down for the Hawks if this penalty does stand. And here comes the call.
It's a 15-yard.
Unnecessary roughness for 15 yards. Wait.
It's huge.
Was it 5 yards tacked on to the end of it?
Appears to be just 5 yards tacked onto the end.
Just 5 yards tacked on to the end of that throw. Still a big penalty, though. Stops the clock with 3:07. Gets these Hawks all the way out to the 35-yard line. See if they can make some fireworks now to end this game. And Peyton Hillman takes another snap. He's got a guy out right. It's Ezra. Ezra Benson. Oh, man, had a chance to make a play on it. Just gets barely overthrown. Heck of a pass, though, from the sophomore. Third-string quarterback, Peyton Hillman. He's got himself a nice arm. Slings one out to the right there. Ezra just not quite able to get under it.
And the Hawks are really lucky because they have a really unique quarterback room. Hayden Benson and Peyton Hillman were in competition early this spring for that starting quarterback job. Hayden Benson won it, and then Jace Taylor ended up taking the backup position. But, you know, Peyton has been fighting and competing as a part of this program for months now, and it's good to see all that work pay off for him and him finally get some opportunity in a game. And boy, is the pressure on here in his first ever game appearance as a quarterback as Hillman throws it to the right side.
Oh! And number 5 there for West Valley, Austin Clark, who's been doing it all night on the offensive side, had a huge chance to come up with an interception. Ends up batting it. Roan Riley of the Lakeland Hawks almost able to come up with it, but not quite. Brings up 3rd and 10 now with just under 3 minutes. We got 2:57 left in this game. But the Hawks are looking to air it out right now. I mean, and Peyton Hillman is delivering right now as a 3rd-string quarterback coming in for the Hawks. As you said, came into this year battling for that starting spot. He has a heck of an arm. But yeah, Hayden Benson just won it out, and then Jace Taylor ended up showing out in practice after Hayden's injury. But yeah, Peyton coming in now, trying to make a play here, keep his team alive here, under 3 minutes.
Peyton throws it to Roan Riley, who drops it.
Just drops the football. That'll bring up 4th and 10. 2 minutes, 53 seconds left in this game.
Heck of an effort to crawl back into this one for the Hawks, but you know it's really hard without Levy Wild and Jace Taylor. See what Coach Schroeder draws up as a last-ditch effort here for the Hawks. 2:53 on the clock, 4th and 10. Only down 2 scores, but not much time to do it. Trips right. Ezra Benson, Riley sacks Roan Riley.
Gotta think they're going deep here. Peyton Hillman, we'll see if he can dial one up. Oh no, that's not what you needed. As Riley sacks and Ezra Benson were jumping there for the Lakeland Hawks. Makes this just 5 yards more difficult now, Liam. Which is not what you needed at all. And it looks like Ezra Benson will hit the sideline now after that one. Coming in, it's Jaron Yeager.
Wow, that's a very surprising call. You see Ezra jump off sides there and gets pulled off the field. Is Jaron Yeager now onto the field.
Peyton Hillman airs one out. He's got Roan Riley open. Overthrows him, however, and that'll be a turnover on downs now with 2 minutes and 48 seconds left in this game.
Hawks were able to bring a little bit of dramatics in, but it looks like West Valley is going to be able to get the ball back here. Unfortunate, as this Hawks team has been plagued with injuries. First off, the starting quarterback, Hayden Benson, and then Lovey Wild and Jace Taylor. The rest of their season is in the air. We don't know what's going on with them, so going to be interesting to see in the future weeks how the Hawks are able to bounce back from these injuries and really show off that depth that Coach Schroeder was talking so much about.
Yeah, very true. Obviously lost two of our star guys who've just been showing out week in and week out for us so far. Jace Taylor and at quarterback, and Lovey Weil, obviously at running back. The athlete of the week a couple weeks ago, and then last week against Pullman, able to bust a 223-yard, 3-touchdown game. They've both obviously been out, which is a huge blow for the Lakeland Hawks. But yeah, really interested to see how they bounce back from this one. Obviously, never say never. We'll see what the Hawks are able to do now with under 3 minutes left. Down 2 scores.
I think taking Ezra out there was an interesting decision because, you know, those are Rowan Riley and Ezra Benson are the 2 most targeted players on this team. So when you take Benson off the field, it puts all the attention on Rowan, and West Valley was completely ready for that 4th down call.
Yeah, it's true. You know, Coach Schroeder, I mean, that's always his policy. If you have a penalty, you come out on the sideline, you talk to him about it. And you just get your mind right. And props to Coach Schroeder there. He didn't change that. He doesn't change up his policies, even if you're one of his star players, as Ezra Benson is. Takes him out of the game anyways, as he would with any other player. So Coach Schroeder showing some of his character there. He'll stick to his guns no matter what the situation is. Yeah, even in a big play, takes out one of his star receivers after a penalty. Stays consistent there as he has all night and all season.
I don't think we've talked enough about how West Valley has just executed perfectly in this one. You know, Lakeland was supposed to win this game, and they didn't necessarily have too bad of a game. It's just West Valley had a great game, and they did everything they needed to do to come out on top of this one.
Yeah, very true. Huge props to West Valley. I mean, their whole program has had a heck of a game. Ethan Turley has really led his squad on offense, and this defense has not given up much. The only touchdown they have given up came off of a muffed punt snap where Lakeland started with the ball inside the 10-yard line already. So, yeah, on both sides of the ball, these West Valley Eagles have definitely showed up. And it's clearly paid off as they're about to get their first win of the season here with 1:26 and counting left in this game. West Valley just looks to put this one away now. It'll be another run.
Clark again.
Oh man, is he gonna find? Oh no, it gets brought down. I almost thought he might bust another one for another touchdown. Gets the first down, which means that from here on out, West Valley Eagles might be able to go into victory formation. We'll see, depending on if Coach Schroeder decides to call a timeout or not. Looks like right now he isn't, with 45 seconds and counting left in this game. And the West Valley Eagles, I mean, yeah, like you said, huge props coming all the way out here in Rathdrum, Idaho, Corbett Field, now in victory formation, taking a knee. They came out, had themselves a day. Lakeland had flashes, had moments, but we're just never really able to put together any good drives on offense. And it looks like the Lakeland Hawks will not call a timeout, so that will be the game. The West Valley Eagles beat the Lakeland Hawks 21-10 at Corbett Field, giving the Hawks their first loss of the season, giving West Valley Eagles their first win of the season. West Valley gets revenge from last year where Hawks beat them on West Valley's home turf. Ben Ryan coming at you all day with Liam Bradford. Appreciate you guys for turning into our broadcast, and we hope to see you here in a couple weeks for the Lakeland Hawks homecoming game against Timberlake.